God descends to earth in the beginning of recorded history in order to choose his people. First, he goes to the Babylonians and he says to the Babylonians, do you want to be the chosen ones? Do you want to be the chosen people? The Babylonians, jumping up and down, say, yes, yes, we want to be the chosen ones. God says, but I have to give you a commandment. They say, yes, give it to us. Let us know what it is. God says, do not steal anymore. Babylonians look at each other and ultimately go back to God and they say, thanks, but no thanks. We just don't feel we can live without that. God goes then to the Romans. He says, do you want to be the chosen people? The Romans say, yes, yes, we want to be the chosen people. We want it. God says, but I have to give you one commandment. Romans say, give it to us. God says, you'll have to stop hanging around with each other's wives. Romans look at one another, think about it, they get back to God, they say, thanks, but no thanks, we really can't live without that. Finally, he goes to the Jews. He says, do you want to be the chosen people? The Israelites jumping up and down say, yes, yes, we want to be the chosen people. God says, but I have to give you a command. The Jews interrupt and they say, but how much does it cost? A little taken aback, God answers, well, it costs nothing. They say, perfect, give us 10. Hope that this pre-Shabbos video finds you and your family well and safe and enjoying this beautiful June day. Being the chosen people is a mixed blessing. As Tuvia, the milkman, said, I know that we're the chosen people, but couldn't you choose someone else for a change? Our Parshat this Shabbos, Balak, one of 3 Parshiot named after non-Jews. I'll give you a little bit of a challenge. Think which were the other 2, and the answer will be at the end of this video. Parsha opens with Israel having destroyed the armies of Sichon. Balak, king of Moab at the time, shaking in his boots and fearful that he and his people will be the next, conspires to hire a diviner, a prophet named Balaam, to go and curse the Israelites. After initially refusing Balak's invitation, Balaam agrees. But every time that he opens his mouth to curse Israel, a blessing comes out. Ma'akov lo kaboel, uma ezom lo za'am Adonai. How can I damn whom God has not damned? How damn when the Lord has not, how to doom when the Lord has not doomed. And then God puts into Balaam's mouth these words. He says, Hein am levadad yishkon, v'goim lo yit chashav. Lo, it is a people that dwells apart, not reckoned among the nations. In the context, the words are a blessing, God's chosen people, but maybe not for the reasons that we might have thought. To be separate, dwelling apart, may be viewed as standoffish, unfriendly, unapproachable. To be not reckoned by the other nations means to stand in isolation, to be without supporters. Some have suggested that the roots of anti-Semitism are found in the Jewish tendency to separate themselves, not to share meals with non-Jews, keep to themselves on the Sabbath, traditionally to marry within the faith. And this isolation has been amplified by a worldview expressed in some Jewish laws and traditions that separates the world into 2 parts, Jews and non-Jews. To be an am levadad is to be a people that is alone. But that distinctiveness has also been an advantage. Jewish affinity has also helped to preserve the Jewish people. The Baal Shem Tov noted that were we to have befriended the world, it would have been harder to avoid assimilating. It had not been for our characteristic dress, our dietary laws, our unique mode of prayer, we would have been absorbed long ago into the chronicles of world history. It was the prophet Isaiah who first referred to the Jewish people as an or lagoyim, a light unto the nations. But it was Abraham about whom it was said that all the nations of the earth will bless him. By remaining distinct as a people, dwelling apart, not reckoned among the nations, yet scattered across the globe, the Jewish people have brought to the world the essential lessons of justice, equality, and a value for life. not to mention a bevy of revolutionaries and artists and poets and mathematicians and chemists and physicists and scientists, economists, philosophers, writers, thinkers, and Nobel Prize winners way out of proportion to our numbers. And yes, we brought the world 10 commandments. The essential lesson of Jewish chosenness, to be an Am Levadad, is not only to stand apart, it is to understand that we have a mission, a mandate to change, fix, repair, and make the world a better place for all people, one blessing at a time. Shabbat Shalom. And oh, I almost forgot the two other Parshas named after non-Jews, Noah and Yitro. Shabbat Shalom.